I gave a love letter to the wrong chick.
Welcome back to the Talks with Tom podcast. And of course, the beauty of this podcast is as a movie script writer, nobody really knows if the story I'm telling is a true experience or a scene from one of my movie scripts. And with that being said, I told this love letter story a few years back. Whether it's a real story or not is up to you all to decide. But I will say, if it were a real story and I could reflect on it, my biggest piece of advice to guys, whether you're in high school, college, or you're just, caught up on a chick at any phase in your life, is to keep in mind that your perspective and what you find attractive in a female will definitely mature and change as you get older. So, to the girl who I may have been or may not have, maybe she's a real person, maybe she's not, maybe she's a character in one of my movie scripts. But if she was a real girl and I was referencing her from high school, I would just say that as politely as possible, what I was attracted to changed over time. And it's so funny because I think a lot of guys do that. What you find attractive when you're younger, as you mature and get older, like for me, I'm looking for a girl that sure I personally find attractive, but also someone who's just like a good person, an attractive personality, somebody who matches your energy, somebody who makes you want to be the best version of yourself. And I don't know what I was thinking, frankly, with that first girl. And then the other girl who found the love letter. One thing me and another single friend of mine from high school, like we talk about this a lot, is like it seems like the age group from like let's say 24 to 30, like kind of our era of people, they are so afraid of being alone that they'll settle for someone who doesn't really seem to make them happy. And I've seen that with some people who I know, and again, this is just an observation. It could be wrong, but there's a lot of people that I know that I feel like I know the most genuine, true version of them. And sometimes I don't feel like their significant other really inspires that or brings that out in a positive way. So I guess that's my thing is like I I think I would personally rather be single the rest of my life and have peace of mind and enjoy the life that I'm living versus trying to turn myself into something I'm not just to make a relationship work. And that's one thing like the particular girl the particular girl in the second half of this story who did read my love letter. Again, it could be a movie character, it could be a real person. Nobody will ever know but me. But I would just say, conversations with me and maybe one of my movie characters, we were discussing this particular girl and it kind of came to the conclusion that from a physical standpoint, she might be dating for money or marrying for money. And an old saying that my mother told me that I love to death and I'll love this every day till the day that I die. One of my favorite quotes that my mom told me. It's not my mom's quote, but I think it is a very well-known quote. If you marry for money, you will earn every cent. And I tell you, for me, just an observational point, but this girl is earning every cent because this particular individual that she is dating, oh my God. And again, I shouldn't just make the assumption that physical appearance is what matters the most. Like I said, long term, I do want to marry my best friend. So, like for me, personality, the character of a person, that's very important. So maybe this individual that this girl who may or may not be real is dating probably is a very nice person. Let's hope so. But I could also tell you from Instagram posts, he's very wealthy. And I guess one thing that this is just my opinion, but the whole stigma in the dating world today, if a guy is rich or a guy has a big, in my opinion, no matter how much money you have, no matter how much a person can physically please you, that stuff is short term and short lived. And I just feel like nothing can fulfill or replace true love, in my opinion. And that's why, like, I'm not going to lie, I've embarrassed myself many times over the years as far as trying to talk to girls or maybe putting myself out there too much, maybe putting my heart out there too much. And a lot of people say, oh, that's gay, that's dumb. But at the end of the day, I would rather put myself out there 110% because that hopefully eventually, as I mature and develop as a person, will attract the individual that I truly am meant to be with. And I think I think for most people, they don't search for that, whether it's fear of being alone or fear of not finding the right person to be with, so they settle for whoever will take them. And I just think that's a sad thing in our society today. I think fear of being alone or fear of what other people will think ultimately impacts what you want more than what your heart is telling you to go get. So, again, that could be corny. That could be corny. It could be cheesy, but it's just one of those things. So that's today's episode on Talks with Tom. And again, to all the guys in high school and college, put your heart out there. Don't be afraid. Like love will come and go. If the person that you pursue is meant to be with you, they'll be with you. And the truth of it all is like, who cares what anybody else thinks? Sure, you get rejected by a girl or all your buddies tell you, oh, that girl's out of your league. Fuck that. Follow your heart. Chase the things, not only females or relationships, but like chase the things that you really believe in. Chase the things that you really want to go get and accomplish in your heart of hearts, and throw opinions out the window. If you meet someone who you see kind of going down a path that you want to go down, sure, take advice from them, but follow your heart at the end of the day and go pursue and chase the things that you really want to accomplish, and it will definitely change the outcomes, the peace of mind, the happiness that you get to have. And that's just my personal opinion. But that's kind of what I learned from reflecting on my love letter story. And again, this is Talks with Tom. I'm a movie script writer. That could be a real experience. That could be a movie script scene. Maybe both. The world may never know, but I know, and I know what I learned from that. So I hope everybody's well, and we'll be back with more episodes soon. Talks with Tom.
Taking shots by the lake till I can't even breathe no more, see no more. I was riding around town thinking to myself, is it gonna